So in today's video I wanted to talk about my favorite way to practice arpeggios, which is coming up with musical etudes and how you can do it and apply it to your own playing, because I find it's a much more musical way to practice them, and it also makes you actually it gives you an actual musical context to do this, because I find that as guitar players it's really easy once you learn, say, minor arpeggios. You could have, you know, all of them really well, starting from your root. But when it comes to actually make music with them, sometimes you can fall flat. So one of my favorite things to do is to actually take chord progressions and come up with etudes for them to practice. So let's say, for example, I am working on a C major. The song is in C major, and let's say the main progression is, say it goes 1, which is C major, 6, which is A minor, 2, which is D minor, and then 5, which is G7, or just G. I'll do this in triad. So it's C, A minor, D minor, G. Pretty classic chord progression there. And what I'm going to do is I call this exercise filling the canvas, and the reason I call it that is because I'm going to fill every single eighth note with an arpeggio. So over my C major, I'm just going to play C major notes. So I'm going to go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and over A minor I'm going to do the same thing. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and over D minor same idea, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and G dominant or G major, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and you'll notice what I did, rather than going and then where I'm just playing root position in all of them, I'm trying to find these arpeggios and bits that fit all in one area. So I played this C major arpeggio. I'll do it slow for you. Then this A minor arpeggio. This D minor arpeggio. Then this G major. And now the thing with these is that there's varying degrees with it. And so when you first start doing this, I would suggest doing it not totally in time. And when you're first feeling this out, is to do it nice and slow. And then once you get comfortable in one position, then you can try, what if I do it here? Then what about here? My A minor, I would go. My D minor would be, no, not minor 7. Then, and if you don't know your arpeggios super well, I do have other videos on my channel where I go through how to finger and play major, minor, all that nonsense, all up and down the neck. But that's a really good way to get into it. And then the next level of this is, you might have noticed that in these arpeggios, I was doing, some of them I have to kind of double back on. So here I went. A rule I could impose on myself is that I'm not going to go back down the same arpeggio shape. So then I might end up doing something that looks like this. Now my A minor, maybe I do it descending from this. And then there I kind of have to go up one because my next note would be there, but I could do that. So da 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 da. Now I want D minor, say, then G major going down, da 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 da. And the thing is, you just keep kind of bumping up the difficulty and seeing different ways that you can get around these. And then once you get really comfortable, you can start doing it where you don't even shift to being on the root of the arpeggio. So let's take an example. If I do this C major up, maybe this A minor, I'm actually going to start on this E here. Now D minor, I guess it makes sense to start on D. Now for this G, maybe I come down starting on D, B, G. So basically, you just keep messing with these arpeggios and seeing different ways that you can connect them. And it is practice that does take quite a bit of mental strain. Unfortunately, you do have to think quite a bit when you're doing this, but it is some of the most rewarding practice you can do once you start finding yourself able to fill out like... Da, 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 da. I cheated and threw in a 7 on that, but being able to string all of those notes together starts helping you see how all of these things connect upon the neck, and then they can also help you see where different scale shapes and arpeggio shapes can shift into each other. And it really, when I started doing this, again, it's really hard work and it takes a lot of mental fortitude to sit down and actually do it. But when you do it, it starts opening up new avenues in your playing and new possibilities that are really, really exciting, at least in my opinion. So, I hope you found that useful. If you did, I'd really appreciate it if you could like and subscribe. It helps me out more than you could know. If you want to take a guitar lesson with me, I have a link to the contact page of my website down below there. I'd love to work with you on whatever's troubling you on the guitar. I've been working with a bunch of you guys from YouTube lately, and it's been really fun to connect with people all over the world and, you know, hang out, drink coffee, and play guitar. It's not a bad way to spend an hour of your time. And last but not least, I got new videos coming out every Monday and every Thursday, so I'll see you in the next one. And until I do, I'll wish you a wonderful day, and I hope you get to have some fun playing the guitar. Thank you so much for watching.